when you really look at life, right? You're going to spend this $25,000 every 5 years.
If you were to buy a car, or if you were to make
go on vacation, pay the tax man, pay a healthcare premium. Mother got sick and needed help.
Right.
Life happens. So now you look at these transactions over time, and so you see that now we're looking at a series of transactions that occur. So now instead of just one transaction, we have a series of transactions. So there's another image here showing that every 5 years, I take $5,000 a year, I save $25,000, I take it out of operation, pay for something. Then I got to refill the bucket, and I save again, and then I take it out of operation. Every time I do that, you have a lifetime of giving away $25,000 every 5 years. The difference shown is almost $350,000 over 30 years. You give up that growth. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It does.
That's what I'm talking about. My job is to help people get some of this $350,000 back. Because let's not talk investment first. I'm saddened by the number of people who don't know the difference between the word investment and savings.
Right.
And in fact, most people think they're saving because they have their money in a 401k.
Right. Well, I mean, that makes sense. They think they're not seeing it, so it's being peeled off.
Is there anything contractually guaranteed about a qualified plan like a 401k?
You mean, can you lose the money?
Yes.
Well, it's been done too many times to count.
So it's not safe.
No.
It could be zero.
Used to be, but when
contractually never was though. Contractually, it never said you get a dime of this.
Right.
That's not a savings plan. That's an investment.
Right. Pretty risky, and now in today's world,
anything that is not contractually guaranteed is not safe money.
Right.
So there's a difference between safe money and investments. Most people do not have a platform for safe money. They don't have a platform for purchases, but yet they want to go and knock it out of the park on investments. How can I get 10, 20, 30% rate of return, Cassandra? Well, if you're going to take a massive risk. But you have to save the money first. I mean, that slide I showed with the $25,000 every 5 years, those could have all been investments.
Right.
They could have been a purchase, because an investment is first and foremost a purchase. Taxes, charities, investments, healthcare premiums, mortgages, educations, they're all purchases.
Right.
You have to save the money before you make the purchase.
But the things that you teach actually transform that to where everything basically goes in and out. It's kind of like something like, I want to say like high tide. I mean, it's that it expands, and then you're able to pull money out, put money back in and out, right?
Yes, we'll see some visuals. We're gonna do that right now.
Okay.
So how does it work? So, because again, we know that over time I'm giving away my wealth potential. My job is to help people understand that you don't have a purchasing strategy. You're hoping to knock it out of the park with your investment strategy, which is a very tiny sum of your money. I'm trying to help you realize that every dollar, regardless of what you call it, can realize contractually guaranteed growth.
We'll go to the slide.
Okay,
Let's see what we're talking about.
Here's what this is going to look like. And this is some language that I use. It's the whole idea that you have to consider the opportunity cost. When you purchase things and you pay cash, it's a lost opportunity cost. Because it's not what you're paying for, it's how you're paying for it. Okay, that's very important. It's about purchasing, right? So this is how it's going to work. But I don't want you. We're going to do a little game first. We'll just get into it. You're going to. I'm your banker.
Okay.
And you're going to come to me to get some $25,000 investment, right? Some purchase. I'm sorry, you're going to make a purchase. And so I have your money because you've been putting it in my bank. So you come to me to get your $25,000 and you say, hey, Cassandra, I need my money. Now I'm ready to go buy whatever I'm buying. And I say, great, Patrick, that's awesome, but I don't want you to take the money out of the bank. I want you to leave it at the bank, and I'm going to credit you 4% on your money, okay?
Okay.
I know you need the money because you're ready to get the money. I'm going to give you the bank's money. I'm going to leave your money in an account over here earning 4%. I'm going to give you the bank's money. It's a loan, but it's a non-traditional, non-structured loan, meaning you can pay me back when you're ready to pay me back. I'm going to charge you 6%. My money, you got to pay me to have my money, but I'm not going to bug you every month for it. So you can pay me whenever you're ready.
Right.
Once a year, I'm going to remind you that you owe me 6%. I'm going to charge you your 6%, right?
Okay.
So you kind of think this through and you realize, well, it took you 5 years to save up the 25, and you know that you're going to make these $25,000 purchases every 5 years anyway, so you're going to put yourself on a 5-year schedule just because you choose to. Because you realize at the end of 5 years, you will have more money in your 4% account than you've paid me at 6%. Do you believe me?
I do because I understand the math. But I also realize that for a lot of people, they're losing 2%. And I go, well, wait a minute.
Exactly.
There's more to it.
So this is what we're going to, so here's your loan, right? You put your $25,000 into the bank, right? So, and I charge you 6%. That's what I said I was going to do. Here's a 5-year time frame, right? So we can see this. And, you know, it has a monthly payment because you choose to pay back because, again,
Right.
if you were going to have another $25,000 purchase, you have
You'd
to
be
put
paying
money
it back in.
right?
That's right.
So this,
You're $500 or $600 a month. You'd be
exactly,
paying it back.
because you have to replenish your bucket.
Right.
In this replenishing of the bucket, you give a banker $4,000, $3,999, $4,000, right? So you choose to give away money. So as you're replenishing your $25,000, you give a banker $4,000, which is
Right.
why you didn't want to take the loan. You're like, why
Right.
would I have given you $4,000? I already had the money. Here's why. When you put your money in the bank with me, and now we see this next visual, your $25,000 earning 4% after 5 years, because we didn't touch your money, you earned $5,500. You paid me, the banker, $4,000. You have more money in your account than you've paid me. Do you know why this is occurring?
I think I know, but it has something to do with the interest going in and interest coming out, and whether it's compound or if it's like daily accrued or something. So
It's all those terms that we hear a lot of, but we don't really understand.
yeah,
And
it's as clear as mud.
Yeah, exactly. It's